Welcome to 5-Minute Bedtime Stories, brought to you by TaleBot, your child's AI storyteller. Want to create a bedtime story for your child? Visit talebotai.com/create. Now, let's sit back and enjoy the story.
Stanley's musical journey, Strumming Through the Stars. A special bedtime story for Stanley. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house nestled in a small town, there lived a curious and imaginative 4-year-old boy named Stanley. Stanley loved exploring new things and always had a twinkle in his eye. He had a heart full of dreams and a mind bursting with creativity. One sunny afternoon, as Stanley was playing in the backyard, he discovered a mysterious package on his doorstep. It was a book called My First Guitar, Learn to Play, Kids by Ben Parker. Stanley's eyes widened with excitement as he read the book's description. He had always been fascinated by music and couldn't wait to embark on this new adventure. With the book in his hands, Stanley entered his room, where his beloved stuffed animals were waiting eagerly. There was Benny the bear, Daisy the dog, and Ollie the owl. They were Stanley's best friends, and always ready to join him on any adventure. As the sun began to set, Stanley sat cross-legged on his bed, book open in front of him, and his toy guitar resting on his lap. He started to strum, following the clear and simple diagrams in the book. His stuffed animal friends gathered around, their button eyes shining with curiosity. With each chord he played, Stanley felt a surge of joy and excitement. His fingers danced across the strings, creating melodies that filled the room. It was as if the music had a life of its own, transporting him to a magical world where anything was possible. Suddenly, a gentle hum filled the air, and a shimmering portal appeared before Stanley. Without hesitation, he stepped through, his loyal stuffed animal friends by his side. They found themselves in a land filled with colorful trees, singing birds, and a sky painted with stars. Stanley and his friends ventured further into the enchanted land, their footsteps creating a rhythmic beat. Along their journey, they encountered musical creatures that played melodies on leaves, rocks, and even the wind. The air hummed with harmonies, and Stanley couldn't help but join in the joyful chorus. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they stumbled upon a clearing where a grand stage stood, bathed in a soft glow. Stanley's heart raced with anticipation as he grabbed his toy guitar and stepped onto the stage. The audience, made up of woodland creatures, cheered and clapped their paws, wings, and hooves in excitement. With his newfound confidence, Stanley strummed his guitar and played the tunes he had learned. The melodies filled the air, weaving a tapestry of happiness and awe. As he played, his stuffed animal friends danced with delight, their fluffy bodies twirling in sync with the music. The music reached the deepest corners of Stanley's heart, connecting him to the world around him. In that moment, he understood the true power of music, the ability to bring people together, spark joy, and ignite imagination. As the final note resonated through the air, Stanley took a bow, his heart overflowing with gratitude and love. The woodland creatures cheered and showered him with petals, a symbol of their appreciation. Their applause echoed in his ears, warming his soul. With the performance concluded, Stanley bid farewell to his newfound friends and stepped back through the shimmering portal. He found himself back in his room, his toy guitar still in his hands. The adventure may have ended, but the magic of music stayed with him. For many nights to come, Stanley strummed his guitar, creating melodies that filled his dreams. And every time he played, a small part of that enchanted land came alive within him. The joy of music became his lifelong companion, reminding him of the extraordinary journey he had embarked upon. As Stanley settled into his cozy bed, he whispered a heartfelt thank you to the stars outside his window. Their twinkle mirrored the music in his heart, a constant reminder of the magic he had discovered. And so, with dreams of new adventures and melodies, Stanley drifted off to sleep, his heart full and his mind at peace. The music of his dreams serenaded him throughout the night, promising new possibilities and joyful melodies in the days to come. Good night, Stanley. Tomorrow, a new melody awaits.
Thank you for joining us on this enchanting journey. If you enjoyed tonight's story, remember, the magic doesn't have to end here. Craft your own adventure with TaleBot by visiting talebotai.com/create. And as a special treat, use the coupon code TALE99 at checkout to get your bedtime story for just 99 cents, instead of the usual $2.99. Sweet dreams, and until our next tale.